Hello everyone and welcome back to another DMO video. Today we're gonna showcase and test Kuzuhamon Miko, the newest U rank Digimon added to the game, and she is a burst mode. She's obtained from Data Summons Ultimate, guaranteed after 150 pulls, and she is Virus Darkness and she is very strong. So first of all, let's take a look at her stats. This is gonna be her base stats and this is her stats on my account. She's currently double stats, so her stats are gonna look bigger than it actually is. Her crit rate is pretty high, not that insanely high, but it's still high enough for end game, and her evasion is also slightly higher and her hit rate is pretty normal. The main thing that makes her unique is her F3 and F4, both of which being buff skills that will apply to herself and all party members, and we're gonna test them out, see how strong they are and how strong the F4 buff is, because it is pretty insane. So yeah, we'll start off by showcasing her skill animation, and before you ask, yes, all 4 skills including the buffs can ASB, so, and similar to superior mode, I only have her for a limited amount, so keep that in mind for future content. I will not have her anymore. With that, let's take a look at her skill animation and then we'll test how strong she actually is. Alright, to explain some of her skills, as you can see here, I have the silence debuff. I cannot use skills, yet if I click on my F3 it will still do it and remove all debuffs and gives me the debuff immunity again for 20 seconds with only 30 seconds cooldown. And as you can see here, he's trying to debuff me, and as you can see, I did not get debuffed. Next we're gonna be testing her damage reduction on the F4. First of all, let's see how much damage we get. We took 41,800 with our F4. Now let's test and see how much damage we'll take with our F4. There we go, we have our F4 ready, and the amount of damage we take should be around 20k. Yeah, as you can see, basically half of the damage. So basically, I mean, it's 50% and it works on skill. Alright, and finally we're gonna test out to see how much damage we gain from the F4. We're gonna see with and without F4, and in either way we're gonna be using straight up full buff, and we're also gonna be using the extreme evolution buff because she's a burst mode and she can get the damage increase from it, although only gonna get 25%. So this is what her stats looks like during double stats and double buffs, looking pretty strong. We're gonna be keeping her skills at level 1 because that's how I tested superior mode, so just to make things consistent. If you wanna like compare, and just quickly gonna show my accessories so you know how my build is looking like, so you can also get an idea. And we're also going to be using the same Digivice. Both Digimons will not be able to make use of the fire damage, but they're also gonna get the data damage part. As for the buff, honestly I'm not gonna use the D5 and Ultimate Digicross because of the 100% critical damage. It's a bit of an RNG, so it will make the testing a little bit random, so it's not gonna be consistent. So we're actually gonna use the Knights of Vaccine instead. Of course I can't use her Divine Will deck buff because I don't have Sakuemon Awaken, so there's something I kinda forgot about, so keep that in mind. If you don't have Awaken, you will not be able to use her deck buff, which is honestly a bit of a bummer. She's gonna be using a weaker deck buff compared to superior mode. And the last thing to keep in mind about her buffs is that for some reason they will stay even after you Digivolves. And now let's get into the testing. We're gonna be testing it on Phoenixmon. That's a huge difference. Alright, and lastly versus skullmeramon, similar to superior mode. And now I can actually finally give my full review on how strong she actually is. especially compared to superior mode. And the truth is, as you guys gonna see, she actually feels much stronger now damage wise. She is definitely weaker, that's for sure, in terms of damage, but ironically not by far. And the big thing here is that superior mode honestly feels like a very strong tank because of his dig buff and his overall high stats, but her having a healing skill, damage reduction, and straight up removing debuff and debuff immunity made her actually feel much tankier. In fact, I barely had to heal at all during this run. As you guys can see, I only used a few like potions because I was scared, but I honestly didn't need to some of these times. So it's pretty weird that she straight up overtakes superior mode when it comes to tankiness, simply because of her debuff immunity and debuff removal, and also the fact that she have a healing skill and she can still make use of a memory skill, of a healing memory skill, and the normal ones not even the level, so she can basically have hand of healing highest or even regen highest, and she's gonna be insanely tanky. It's not even funny. So I feel like right now she's just straight up overtakes superior mode as the best Digimon in the game, when you really remember that these insane buffs that she have in F3 and F4 will apply to herself and all party members. So she is straight up insane. The fact that she can giga buff your entire party is gonna be crazy. So yeah, she is by far, in my opinion, the strongest Digimon in the game. Not happy with this trend, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, power creep is here and it is what it is, I guess. So with that, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe for more DMO content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.